Let us know what brings you to Seattle colleges today. What are you hoping to explore? What are you hoping to discover? What are you interested in learning about? Tyler, thanks for being here. Looking to start the next chapter of your life. That's a laudable goal. So glad to have you. Hey, Michael. Thanks for coming today. And Chef Kim, thank you for being here as well. Hi, Laura. I didn't get a chance to say hi before the event started. Good to see you. And Tom, you are in the right place for landscape horticulture. I think Professor Lockman's going to be talking about that here just in a little bit. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for being here. The watch program. Jimmy's going to have a lot to talk about with that. Hey, Bo. Thanks for representing. Looking forward to learning more about LERC. Grace, welcome. It's a good place to learn about trades. Again, if you're just joining us, we'd like to learn more about you. If you see in the chat, we've got folks introducing themselves. We want to learn your name and what brings you to Discover Seattle Colleges today. This is one of my favorite parts of the event, is getting to know folks here in the chat. Oh, we got a current student. Hi, Lulu. Representing North and Avionics. Excellent. And Zoe looking to learn more about trades. And yes, Chef Kim, culinary is tomorrow, but you know what? We love having you here tonight, so feel free to stick around, or you can jump off and come back tomorrow, but it is good to see you here. And hi, Jennifer. Nice to meet you here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. Please keep letting us know who you are in the chat. We love to see these. It's exciting. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. So guests and participants, faculty and staff, welcome to Discover Seattle Colleges 2026. My name is Nick, and I have the honor of being your host this afternoon. As you can see, there's a diverse array of backgrounds here in the chat. Some of you might be graduating high school soon and you're exploring your college options for the first time. Others of you may be a few years into your career and you're looking for a change. I've seen that in the chat. Still others of you, we have current students just looking to see what options are available to me. And regardless of who you are or what has brought you here, I want to offer a warm welcome on behalf of Seattle Colleges and all of my colleagues here. We're so glad that you're here and that we get to learn and explore all of these programs alongside of you. Who are we? Who is Seattle Colleges, right? We are a district of 3 colleges: North Seattle College, Seattle Central College, and South Seattle College. And together we are Seattle Colleges. And as our name implies, we are, of course, in Seattle, but not just our main campuses. We also have a number of specialty centers, some of which may be very applicable to some of you hoping to join Seattle Colleges in the future. So for example, the Seattle Maritime Academy, the Wood Technology Center, the Health Education Center, the Georgetown campus, and the new Hawley Learning Center. You're going to be learning more about some of those today. And I anticipate the question that's on many of your minds is, what can I study at Seattle Colleges? And the answer is just about anything, because we have 130 plus academic programs across these 8 areas of study. And for the next week or two, I want you to be thinking about which of these areas of study really stands out to you. And I don't want you to limit yourself to just one. Today, we are really focusing in on the skilled trades and technical training and apprenticeships, but there are 7 other areas of study where we have programs. And so if you're interested in learning more about those other programs, we've had events for the last 2 nights and we've got more events tomorrow. So I encourage you to go to our website. You can watch videos from last night and the night before, and you can also come back tomorrow at this same time, same Zoom link, and you'll hear from our culinary programs, our hospitality programs, some of our social sciences, some of our arts and design programs. So we're going to have a lot more to talk about tomorrow. Okay. This is a snapshot right here of our 130 plus programs. Now this doesn't show everything. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is go on over to seattlecolleges.edu/programs. And if one of my team can throw that in the chat, that would be really helpful. When you go to that page, it's called our All Programs page. And I want you to navigate to one of the 3 tiles at the bottom. So today you're going to hear the programs talk about whether they're at North, at Central, or at South. So choose one of those at the bottom, and then you'll be able to see our programs by area of study. Now, when you get to those programs, you're going to see a lot of different types of credentials, and they look a little bit like this. You'll see that some of our programs are designed to help students finish their high school diploma or get their GED. We have other programs that are certificates that are short-term, typically, maybe 1 year or less. We have associate's degrees that take about 2 years, and then we have some bachelor's degrees as well. Now, the great thing about this path here is that you can jump on and off this path at whatever pace is good for you. So some students, they start with a certificate and then they go straight into an associate's degree, and then they go straight into a bachelor's degree, and then they start working. And that's great. Some students, they'll do a certificate and then they decide, oh, I need to start working. They'll start working and maybe they'll come back a year or 2 or 5 later and they'll get their associate's degree. Whatever your path is, whatever you want to do, as long as it's helping you reach your goals, that's the most important thing. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Now, of course, the question on everybody's mind is, how am I going to pay for this, right? And what I want you to take away from this event and these events all week is that we at Seattle Colleges, we have funding for you, okay? It comes in many forms. It comes in the form of financial aid. It comes in the form of workforce funding, foundation scholarships, and this is just the beginning. There are all kinds of opportunities. So again, for the next week or 2, I want you to let yourself imagine who you could be, what you could become if money wasn't the issue, right? Because we can talk money, but think about what inspires you, what makes you want to get up in the morning, and what are you passionate about? That's what I want you to be thinking about. Now, the exciting thing this week is that here in this room, we have some funding navigators, and I'll encourage them to either put their names in the chat or give us a wave or throw up an emoji. If you students have questions about funding, these are the folks to ask. And feel free during this event at any point, you can direct message them and say, hey, I've got this question about funding, or how can I afford this, or how can I do this? They're here to help you. And I want to say thank you to the funding navigators for joining us today and for being a part of this event. And one other plug I want to do for financial aid. We offer virtual FAFSA and WASFA workshops, and FAFSA and WAFSA are the applications for financial aid. We offer workshops on how to complete those things Tuesdays at noon on Zoom. And if you take a picture of this QR code, it will lead you in the future to a different Zoom room, Tuesdays at noon, where you can learn how to apply, you can get your questions answered, and you can meet one-on-one. And I tell you, sometimes financial aid is complicated. It's not going to be if you go to this event, okay? So make sure you go there and you get your questions answered. And don't forget, we have another event tomorrow, and we've got recordings of the events yesterday and the day before. So there's, again, 8 areas of study that I encourage you to be exploring, be dreaming about, get inspired. And then when you figure out what you want to do, then stop by our website again, and we'll help you get started. So here's what's going to happen next. Coming up, we're going to have presentations from our faculty and staff in our different programs. They're going to take roughly about 5 minutes each to walk you through their programs. And then at the very end, we're going to break out into individual breakout rooms with these programs so that if you have a question, for example, for landscape horticulture or for diesel and heavy equipment. You can go in there and you can get your individual questions answered. So we'll wait till the end for the Q&A, but very excited for that today. So if you'll bear with me, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and then reshare my next presentation. So please hold. Cue the Jeopardy music. And here we go. Is my screen sharing? Can everybody see? Thank you for those of you who nodded. I appreciate it. Today we are talking about the skilled trades and technical training area of study. And these are your presenters, and they will have a chance to introduce themselves here momentarily. But again, I want to thank them so much for their time. A lot of them probably just finished teaching classes. They've been in meetings all day, but they are so excited to meet you and be here, and we're really grateful. Here's my request for all of you. If you have questions, feel free to throw them in the chat, or you can wait till the end for Q&A. Okay, so either way, you can either type in your questions in the chat and we've got folks that can help answer them, or just hold on to those questions if you want to share them verbally, and we will answer those in the breakout rooms. So these are tonight's program highlights. These are the programs that are here and are going to be presenting. But don't forget, we have a lot of other programs that are not necessarily represented here tonight, but we do have videos from past Discover events where many of them have given presentations. And all of these programs also have web pages where you can go and learn more information. If you have questions about these and you don't see them represented, again, put them in the chat and we will find someone who can help you answer those questions. So to get us started, I'm going to hop off camera and I'm going to let Meredith Bain introduce Avionics, Industrial Power and Control, Mechatronics, and IT-controlled electronics. Go ahead, Meredith.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Meredith Bain. I am the outreach specialist for the electronics programs here at North Seattle College. And today I'm going to talk about 4 of our programs that we offer. I think the electronics programs, no matter which path you decide is the right fit for you, is really great for anybody that, if you're the type of person that likes to take things apart and put them back together to figure out why it's not working, electronics is a great fit for you. The classes are applied learning, so you spend a lot of time applying your knowledge in our labs. In all of the programs, you're going to gain a broad foundational knowledge in electronics. You can complete either a certificate or a degree. Our shortest certificate is the Avionics or Aviation Electronics, and that's learning how to test instrumentation commonly found in aviation. The Mechatronics program is a combination of mechanical and electronics. It's a unique program because you're going to do all of your electronics courses at North and then switch to Shoreline Community College to learn the manufacturing courses. Industrial power and control. So if you're someone that's thinking about you'd like to learn about large electrical currents and large electrical mechanical systems, that's a good program for you. And then our IT controlled electronics is taking classes in both our IT courses and electronics. So you're kind of taking the best of both sides and making a degree out of that. The nice thing about all of these is that you can start any quarter. You could start spring, summer, fall, or winter quarter. You can do it full-time or part-time, really depends on your schedule and what works best for your life. Because our focus is on applied learning, so you spend time in class and then right in your lab, the classes are in person here at North Seattle College. To get started, you need to place into math 84 or higher and English 98 or higher. And then if you're doing English language classes, we're looking at level 5B here at North. A few things to highlight. No matter which pathway you decide, you're gonna get a really nice broad foundation of classes. You're gonna take AC/DC circuits, fiber optics, hydraulics, IT essentials, robotics. You're gonna learn alongside your classmates with circuits. You're gonna learn how to troubleshoot. In the lab, you're gonna test devices using common testing equipment. All of our classes, as I mentioned, have classroom time and then lab time. We really want you to have that hands-on learning. We have 6 different electronics labs, each one with a little bit different focus on the testing and training equipment that you'll use, but we really want you to gain skills so you'll be successful in your career. You'll be able to directly apply that classroom learning directly into the lab time. Our faculty come from industry, they have industry experience, and are really excellent resources for students. They can kind of help you navigate maybe deciding which pathway, because we just want you to be successful. All of our programs lead to jobs in the area. Our graduates work for a variety of companies and industries in the area: aerospace, manufacturing, transportation, logistics. Our graduates from all of the different programs will start as some kind of technician. That's where you kind of get your first role, is as a technician. The exact title may vary from place to place, but common ones are electronics technician, repair technician, calibration technician, mechatronics technician, and they wind up working in all kinds of different companies throughout the area, such as Amazon Leo, Blue Origin, Boeing, Astronics, Stryker, kind of all over. We connect regularly with employers in the area, so they share their job roles that are open, and then we share them with our students so you can apply for opportunities throughout your program while you're here. Thanks so much for your time today.
Thank you so much, Meredith. And now to talk to us about apprenticeships and pre-apprenticeships is Laura Kingston and Kevin DiVinaro.
Hello. Hi, I'm Karen, and I work at Georgetown campus. Before I jump into the pre-apprenticeship portion of the discussion, did you want to hop on, Laura?
Hi, everyone. I'm Laura Kingston. I'm the Executive Dean of our Georgetown campus, which is a satellite campus at South Seattle College.
Okay, well, welcome everyone. Really happy to talk with you all about pre-apprenticeships and apprenticeships today. I'm going to start with pre-apprenticeships because many times pre-apprenticeships are a great pathway if you're interested in a skilled trade, or even if you want to learn more about what apprenticeships are available in different skilled trades. Pre-apprenticeships, when you're in a pre-apprenticeship program, we have 3. 2 are, like, there's a new program that's construction trades. We have youth build, and that's also construction trades. And then we have the manufacturing academy, and that is manufacturing trades, so machinist and related courses. So anyway, you will, when you're in a pre-apprenticeship program, first of all, it's generally, you can get it funded through our workforce funding. So you would apply for workforce funding. Another option, I see some of you are recent high school graduates. Seattle Promise is another option for funding. Generally, there are ways to have the program completely paid for. So what is the pre-apprenticeship program? Well, you learn skills, hands-on, on-the-job skills, like everything from tool usage, how to do blueprint reading, you get experience practicing, like some of the trades you go out and work with different trades. For example, NU has the trades rotation program where you might be spending time with the carpenters one week and the plumbers another. You get electricians another. You get exposed to a lot of different things, which gives you a chance to kind of narrow down like which apprenticeship you might really want to apply to. But the great value of it is that it gives you the skills and experience that will help you when you apply to apprenticeship, because Laura's going to be talking about this in a few minutes. Apprenticeship is a job that you apply for. So pre-apprenticeship gives you all the skills. We also provide mentoring, job readiness training. We help people with resumes and cover letters and interviewing skills. And at the same time, you're usually in the classroom for part of it. You're out working with your hands for another part of it. And they're generally about 10 to 12 weeks long. And then at the end, you complete the program and you're set up to apply to whatever apprenticeship program you would like. You know, of course, some are, if anybody wants to reach out to me about this, some are more, there are more jobs available in some trades right now than others, but generally it's a great thing for if you want to explore like what's available and get some skills. So, oh, let me go on to the next slide. So yeah, some of the careers that you might be preparing for are in advanced manufacturing, aerospace, and then all the construction trades such as carpentry, electrical, iron workers, plumbing, cement masonry, and so on, all listed here on the slide. And you know, there are some other ones that are kind of interesting that might not be listed, like boiler makers, which actually is not working with boilers, it's welding for ships. So like there's a lot of interesting trades that you know you might not think, like it's not all just construction trades. There's a lot of jobs out there, and they pay really well. So the next bullet point is when you're after you complete your apprenticeship, you would generally earn between 70 to 100K. And Laura's going to talk about what you go through with apprenticeship, but again, pre-apprenticeship is a great pathway for those who are interested and want to learn. So anyway, that's pre-apprenticeship, and I'll pass the mic to Laura.
Thanks, Karen. Just hello, everyone. It's so great to have you here. I want to highlight what Karen said in the apprenticeship is you are applying for a job. What's amazing about apprenticeship, we sometimes use the term it's the original 4-year degree because the average time of apprenticeship is 4 years. But during that time, you are, for the most part, working full-time with wage progression and benefits. And while you're working, you are also learning both on the job and your work, and then you're taking classes that you're getting credits for. On that job training, you're also earning credits. When you finish an apprenticeship degree, the partnership between the college and the apprenticeship program, you can apply the majority of your credits towards an Associate of Applied Science degree or a 2-year degree with a couple extra classes. And so it's a great opportunity to earn while you learn and earn credits and apply it towards a degree for educational pathways. You're on the job learning, and so that is in-person requirements pretty much. You need to be at least 18 years old. Every apprenticeship program has its own kind of prereqs, but you need to be able to get to a job, work at a job. And then classes vary. Some are weekly in the evening, 1 night a week. We have other apprenticeship programs that you take a week off and do a 40-hour intense class that lasts you for the year. So it just depends on the class. Apprentices are enrolled. You're enrolled as a student apprentice through the apprenticeship program. So it's a rolling and it depends on the apprenticeship program. Next slide. So like I said, there's 2 parts to apprenticeships. You're both doing simulated lab spaces. If you come to the Georgetown campus anytime, you can see a lot of our occupations. We have meat cutters here. We have our finishing trades, which includes glaziers or window and floor covering. We have our cement masons and bricklayers. We have boiler makers that Karen mentioned, which is welding. There you get the opportunity to practice the work that you're going to be doing when you're on the job, actually doing that work and then learning in the classroom. So all of those credits that you're getting while on the job and in the classroom, those are credits that goes towards a degree. The instructors come from industry. They are doing this work because they want to pass on their experience and expertise. And so the majority of our faculty, both at Georgetown and on our offsite training programs outside, we partner with multiple programs that have training centers all over Washington State. You have experts in the field teaching. And just a reminder, and this is a little bit different, is that you automatically become a college student of South or of North. North also has a farm tech apprenticeship program, and they have fire science apprenticeship as part of their fire science program. You automatically, go through the process to become a student, but you will become a student of North or South College, South Seattle College, when you are accepted into the apprenticeship. So you do go through the process of applying for a job and interviewing to be accepted into the apprenticeship program. Fire science, I just saw pop up, Zoe. Fire science is firefighters for the apprenticeship. Okay, next slide. We at Georgetown, we are the largest apprenticeship partnership with apprenticeship programs in Washington State. We train in partnership with our union partners for 58 occupations that range between 2 and 5 years to complete. While you're going through those, in 4 years, the average you earn is between $176,000 and $250,000 while you're learning. Tuition, there is a waiver for tuition. Many of the programs you work with as part of your dues to have tuition covered. And so since you're earning while you're learning and working with your with the apprenticeship program, tuition is usually covered. Or since you're working, there's opportunity to pay tuition. Yeah. I think when we think about apprenticeship, we think about the building trades, and that is the majority. We have a lot of electricians that go through our apprenticeship programs. We have a lot of building trades, which includes the finishing trades, but we also have manufacturing and machinists and meat cutters and boilermakers, and I'm just can't like there's a lot others, depending on also what Karen said. Like electricians have a couple-year wait list. It's the most popular. It's what folks think of. I think Karen just posted in the chat some of the ones that we're seeing more opportunities for work. But I think what's fantastic is how the pre-apprenticeship that we have is a quarter long roughly. That can give you an introduction to the majority of our building trades. The apprenticeship programs we partner with where we don't have pre-apprenticeships directly connected with college, they also have pre-apprenticeship programs that you can enroll in. Ironworkers has a pre-apprenticeship. Cement Masons has pre-apprenticeship where you can get introduced. They may not be directly connected with the college, but it is an excellent short-term opportunity to see if that's the right fit for you and what you're interested in. I think I covered everything. But yeah, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, or me and Karen, and we'll be around for question and answers later too.
Thank you so much, Laura and Karen. Appreciate your time. And next to speak to Automotive Technology is our instructor, Todd Jones.
Well, hello, I'm Todd Jones. I'm an automotive instructor. The Automotive Technology program. You can get a certificate or you can get your degree, which we do recommend. Associate's Art or Associate's Art that is transferable. The first 3 quarters, you would get an MLR, which is Maintenance and Light Repair, and that's a certificate. You can go to work after that point. 6 quarters, plus all your other academics would get you the degree. You can get a certificate after 6 quarters. It is in person. It's Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. In summer quarter, we do run a summer quarter, and that is from 7 a.m. to 1:30 p.m., 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday. It is a cohort. One quarter builds upon the next. So they go in order through the 6 quarters. As far as starting, it's fall and spring quarters for introduction to automotive technology. And this fall we might be, we're not sure, but we might be rolling out an evening course. Class size is capped at 25. And then as far as the prereqs, English 107 and Math 110. Next slide, please. The highlights. Okay, well, you're going to, if you like working on cars and you're passionate about it, this is the place for you to be. You're going to learn how to diagnose and repair automobiles. There's a high demand for auto techs nationwide. They're looking at about 1 million people. So you're going to inspect, service, and diagnose and repair or replace the components on the vehicle. And I'll tell you about the quarters. First quarter is introduction. Second quarter and third quarter are transferable back and forth. Either steering, suspension, brakes, and the other quarter would be engine repair. Fourth quarter is advanced electrical and HVAC, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Fifth quarter is advanced drivability, engine performance, and sixth quarter is transmission and drivetrain. You will learn how to diagnose modern vehicles that are computer controlled, and every function in a modern vehicle is computer controlled. So there's a lot of emphasis on electrical. We also have electric vehicle training aids, hybrid vehicle training aids, so you can learn about that. We recently just got a Tesla training aid, which is really cool, and the tools to work on it. You have to kind of know how to work around computers, accessing data. Everything is online as far as getting the repair instructions and accessing the information. Next slide, please. Okay, careers. Automotive master mechanic, specialty technician. Some shops specialize in certain aspects of the automobile. Electronic equipment installer and repair. General service technician. Service manager, you have a shop foreman. You get into the parts side of it, outside sales. It's a number of career opportunities in the automotive field. And we have a lot of shops that we work with. A lot of our alumni work in them, like Tom's Automotive in West Seattle, Stone's German Garage in Ballard, Swedish Automotive, West Seattle. And the owners of those shops are actually on our technical advisory committee. We also have placement of students working with Mercedes-Benz of Seattle and Linwood. Two of our instructors are from Mercedes. They're factory trained. And between the two of them, they have about 50 years experience. One of our other instructors is a factory Porsche trained technician, and that's Taryn. And then the Steve Geyer and Erjon Mile are the Mercedes trained technicians that we have as instructors. Next slide.
I think that's it, Todd. Thank you so much.
I'm done. Thank you. And
Appreciate
if you have questions, reach out to me in the chat room. I'd love to answer them.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Todd. And now to talk to us about marine deck technology and marine engine technology is Robin.
Hello, thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm Robin Mueller, they, them pronouns. I'm the student recruiter for Seattle Maritime Academy. We have two programs, Marine Deck Technology and Marine Engine Technology. So if you like doing mechanical maintenance, you want to work on a huge diesel engine, if you like taking things apart, seeing how they work, that could be a good route for going into our engineering program. Or if you want to learn those skills, we teach people up from the bottom. You don't have to have any experience coming into either of our programs. The deck technology is a pathway to learn how to steer and operate vessels or ships, learn how to do basic navigation, line handling, tying knots, and standing lookout. So deck side, you get to look out at the ocean a lot more. Both of these programs are intended to help people get out on vessels and boats that are going out to sea. So your job is out at the ocean. It's not the port side job. So fun life of adventure getting into maritime with these programs. So these programs are both certificates, and both of them are 3 quarters in length, followed by a 90-day at-sea internship. It is a full-time program that's in person, so we're doing a lot of hands-on practical skill building, getting you out on our vessels, and we start in the fall quarter of every year. So applications, we take them throughout the year, but oftentimes fall and winter is when you want to be thinking about applying for the following school year. We do still have room in our engine program for next fall, and we have a wait list for the deck program right now. But definitely please chat with us if you're interested. We have about 18 students in our deck class and 18 in our engine class every year. The prerequisites, generally being ready for college level English or English 101 class is going to be helpful, and being ready to, eligible to enroll in a college pre-calculus class. Oftentimes Math 141 is what that's indicated as. So if you're ready to start those classes, you'll be in good shape for doing well in our classes. There's also tutoring available, so it's not a requirement to be ready for those classes, but we'll chat with you and make sure that you are prepared. the main things for the prerequisites are making sure that you get your Merchant Mariner credential, or MMC is what it's called, and a Transportation Workers Identification credential, TWIC card, and a medical certificate is another component of that MMC, that first bullet point under prerequisites you see on this slide. So we go over all these in our information session as well. You can also reach out to me. We can chat about it in the Q&A. We are based in Ballard. We're part of Seattle Central College, but we need room for our vessel and our barge. So we are right there on the water on Shilshole Avenue in Ballard. Next slide, please. So again, this is to work on ships, commercial ships that are going out either deep sea, it could be in the harbor, Washington State ferries, or tugboats. Tugboats going up and down the coastline, or cruise ships up and down the coastline, going deep sea. Any type of commercial vessel you can think of, our students are going out to work for those companies. This is a great way to get that hands-on experience, to build out your resume of the skills as well as the knowledge base from our coursework. Everyone gets to go work in our diesel engine lab, including the deck folks. We want our students to be cross-trained between the deck and engine department for going out on an underway vessel. So you will get a little bit of both sides, but then you can specialize either on the deck department or the engine department, depending on your program. We have vessel simulators as well, so you can learn, make mistakes. We'll put you in difficult situations, but everyone's safe while we go through the simulation. And our professors are folks that have worked in the industry for over 10 years, every single one of them, and they're chief engineers and captains. Really excellent crew that really is invested in developing new mariners out in the industry. There's really a big need for more mariners. A lot of folks are eligible to retire right now in the industry, so we need some fresh folks out there. It can be rough, so being in good physical shape can be helpful too. All right, and I mentioned the internship as well. It's another component. Go ahead and go to the next slide, please. So our deck students will graduate as able-bodied seafarer. This is a specific credential you need when you work in the deck department. And on the engine side, you would graduate as a QMed, or oiler is oftentimes what that's called. These are both credentials that are needed on your Merchant Mariner credential to increase your wages and work your way up either to be a chief engineer or a captain of a vessel. Our grads are all over the place. Nearby Washington State ferries, they go doing research vessels with NOAA, Military Sea Lift Command, and so many more. I think I'm at time. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Robin. Appreciate it. And now to introduce our diesel and heavy equipment program is Mark Murphy.
Thank you, Robin, for the Maritime. I started there. I got into education in heavy trucks in 2009, but many things, there's many careers in the Seattle colleges. There's many great choices for student technicians, for mariners, for chefs, for welders. There's so many places. I just like to tell anybody who's interested in skilled trades at Seattle colleges, find something you love to do. If you find something you love to do, you will have a great time. In our program here at South Seattle College, we have a variety of certificates. We have the transferable and regular associate's degree. We have the different certs for 4 quarters and 6 quarters, and that could be ground support equipment or diesel technology. Ground support equipment is with Port of Seattle. That's worked out very quickly. Our program itself, the class format, keep in mind the 6 quarters is basically a year and a half, because we do teach summer quarter, so you're not going to be there for 2 full years. We have a significant amount of in-person, hands-on shop time, and we have online training, so we are a hybrid class. There's a significant amount of industry specific training that's offered by our industry partners. We'll get into that in a little bit. We have starting cohorts in fall and spring. Our class sizes are actually 20 now. We have a big increase in enrollment. The prerequisites are English 107, Math 110, and Sociology 253. We do have significant support for English language learners. So this is a person that has been added, Anthony Clark, who functions as a support faculty. South Seattle College, we're at the north end of the campus. We have 5 shops and 3 classrooms and a dedicated high voltage electrical lab that is recent. Next slide, please. We have quite a bit of broad scope in terms of mechanical and electrical. We have all the systems that are on heavy trucks, heavy equipment. We get into generators and we get into some maritime. We have a core competency of diagnostic strategies. Student technicians need to learn how to think about a job and how to break the job down into basic diagnostic strategies to be successful. We use a wide range of OEM service platforms. All of the major companies that are in the heavy equipment, the diesel trucks, and King County Metro, for example, they have donated. We have PACCAR, Kenworth, Peterbilt. We have Waste Management, and we have King County Metro. We have donations there, for example, hybrid electric drives, high voltage that is in the transit buses. We have several of those that we teach with, along with the controllers and the thermal management systems. So we have expanded the high voltage electric. It starts its 4th year this fall quarter, and we have a certificate program that's going to be rolled out just for electrical with basic, advanced, and high voltage electrical. That's it at the state right now for approval. Next slide, please. Okay, King County Metro Transit offers a very unique program. They have their own apprentices that they send into the program. They pay them to go to school. But our graduates, if they have 2 years of any type of shop experience, it could be automotive, oil change place, or a tire store. But if they have 2 years in the shop, they go in and they can start right away at the higher wages. The wages are extremely high, and I have students that are going into jobs right out of school that have 2 years of wrenching already, and their base salaries are very impressive. We have operating engineers, and we have the Teamsters and union. They are all connected to our industry partners that are offering a extremely unique paradigm shift for a lot of the young people who are looking to put their skills in place. For example, if you go into waste management, you're going to be studying 9-liter compressed natural gas engines. If you're going to King County Metro, you can major in the engines that are in their buses, the 9-liter series electric drives. You'll be covering that. We do have quite a new program. It's at CTAC. With ground support equipment, we have the largest sponsors in airlines: Delta, United, Swissport, and Alaska. They're all involved in scholarships and providing a platform for our bridge program, which occurs in the fall quarter for the spring enrollments. We do have students and graduates right now who are in military sea lift, working at Port of Seattle, Alaska Marine Lines, Penske, Waste Management, Kenworth, Peterbilt, and PACCAR. There is a tremendous demand for the skilled trades, and if you're interested in the skilled trades at Seattle colleges, heavy duty diesel may be for you. We have a certificate was awarded recently by the state board for our ground support equipment program that we're running in conjunction with Port of Seattle. So that's been very impressive. We have student technicians that come from all over the world and are doing tremendous progress. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mark. And now to introduce fire science is Megan Bloomingdale.
Hi there, I'm Megan Bloomingdale, and I'm the program coordinator and faculty for the Fire Science Associate degree and for the EMT program. I know that EMT generally lives in health and medical, which was on Monday, but I will give it a quick plug. It is a requirement for the Fire Science Associate degree, but you could also do EMT as a standalone credit. We were approached maybe 6 years ago by Seattle Fire Department with a need from them. They wanted us to develop an associate degree in fire science. There are no other colleges in King County that offer this degree, and there really was a need for it. To be really clear, we don't have a fire academy component of this degree. The fire chiefs in this region did not want to have that because after you get hired by them, they are going to train you in a fire academy and probationary time, apprenticeship time, kind of with exactly how they want you to do it. They don't want a risk of you getting injured or learning things differently than how they do it in this region. So no academy component, but we do have the 2-year associate degree in fire science. We call it a hybrid degree because the EMT and the internship are in person, but all of the other classes you are able to do online. There are 10 required fire-specific classes, and then the other general education requirements. There's English and math and science, communications, etc. So we estimate this is about 7 quarters. It's about a 2-year degree. Certainly you could finish it faster if you already had some college credits. If you wanted to double up on some of the classes, that would be just fine. We generally say fall and winter is the best time to start, although this spring we are piloting giving Fire 101, Introduction to Fire and Emergency Service, as an offering for spring quarter. So if we can fill it, we will be running Fire 101 for the spring. Otherwise, we think fall and winter is really the best time to start. It's Intro to Fire and Emergency Services, it's Fire Behavior and Combustion, and some of those more entry-level classes. We'd be happy to have you start in any of those times. Next slide, please. Our technical advisory committee is served by multiple fire chiefs in this region, as well as some of the other firefighters. The students who are in our classes really range from high school students who are in Running Start, or maybe fresh graduates with Seattle Promise funding, up to incumbent firefighters. So when you're taking these classes, you might be learning and working alongside current firefighters. And it's really a great way to collaborate, to kind of cultivate this community of practice and community of just networking. You're going to be able to work alongside firefighters, and that way you'll be able to, again, network, get interview tips, interview techniques. The majority of our class is focused on the national standard for fire and emergency services in terms of the basics of fire science and fire administration. But in our early classes, we really do spend quite a bit of time with guest speakers, with fire chiefs in this region to give you tips to be successful in the hiring process. And we really start with, how do you get hired? I think that firefighting is an amazing career, albeit it's not for everybody, but I can spend some time in our breakout session trying to talk you into it. Certainly, it's an amazing career, and we just need more. Now is a really wonderful time to be hiring, because I think, as Maureen was saying, there are a lot of firefighters and chiefs that are up for retirement right now. They're eligible now. So over the next couple of years, you will just see more and more firefighting jobs becoming open. Next slide, please. With this degree, really the quickest pathway is going to be straight into fire. There is not a direct path for this because the fire service and anything in civil service and public safety really has their own hiring criteria. There are certain tests that you need to take. There are physical ability tests, as well as a written kind of computer-based test, as well as a couple of different interviews that happen along the way. So it's not a direct path from degree, I get hired tomorrow as that, but this degree will really help to prepare you for those entry tests, entry requirements, and entry interviews. And then you would start as firefighter. You also could start as fire inspector. Fire officer would be something that you would promote to. And in most agencies, you have to have at least an associate degree to promote to anything past firefighter. So to move up to lieutenant or captain, battalion chief, deputy chief, or even the fire chief, you would need to have the degree from there. In our network are all of the fire departments in our region. Again, our technical advisory committee is comprised of fire chiefs and firefighters through this region, even up into Snohomish County and Jefferson County as well. We've got some representatives from there. And then the ambulance companies in this region that are always so excited to hire our graduates. Those those ambulance companies are AMR, TriMed, Olympic Ambulance, Northwest Ambulance, Pioneer Human Services. All of those agencies want to hire directly from our team. So this really is a good opportunity to get started in firefighting, in EMT and medicine, in anything that's public safety related. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Megan. And now to talk to us about landscape horticulture is Michael Lockman.
Yeah, thank you. My name is Michael Lockman, faculty here in landscape horticulture. Excited to tell you about our program. We offer a Associate of Applied Science, and we also offer a certificate. Certificate tends to come in at about 4 quarters full-time, whereas the AAS is 7 quarters full-time. You obviously can take it part-time and it can take longer than that, but that's how most folks are getting through it. In person and online, but we're really moving back to more in person. We kind of went to some online during the COVID times. We do some things online still, but we have wonderful resources here on campus that I'm going to tell you about. So we prefer to have the classes here where we can do hands-on learning. At this point, there is no preferred starting quarter. You can kind of jump in at any time. That said, starting in the fall is probably the most seamless. Jumping in at the other times, you might take some classes out of order, like a plant ID class out of order. Starting plant ID in the winter can be challenging versus starting it in the fall. Right now, we tend to have 15 to 25 students per class. A nice good size class. You do need to meet with an advisor, take a placement test for math and English, and then you're good to go. And we are here at South. All right. One of the things I think that really sets us apart are our hands-on facilities that we have. We have a production greenhouse. We have a retail nursery that's open 3 days a week to the public. And part of the coursework in the greenhouse classes and nursery classes are to produce plants for production. I just have a couple notes here. We currently, in the last month, we've started over 1,000 tomatoes and over 1,000 peppers that will go for sale, as well as doing other fun propagation that we get to do. So a lot of the skills the students are learning are, again, from hands-on opportunity, either in the greenhouse, the nursery, or out in our arboretum. We're lucky to have an arboretum, and those pictures you see are projects that students worked on in the arboretum. Students get to design and they get to install those designs as well. So we have the resources, not only that we have the arboretum to do that, but we have the tools and the classes to help you gain that experience. And just to mention our faculty, I have 30 years experience as a landscape designer and contractor, and all of our faculty are experts in the field, many with their own businesses, many with decades of experience. So we have a great group of educators here for you. All right, careers. There are a lot of them, especially this time of the year. Everybody seems to be hiring in the landscape world. It's spring, and so there's lots of demand for it. But you will get to practice. We have an industry internship that ideally you're doing during your first year. We help set you up. Oftentimes, these are paid internships. Could be with the local nursery or a local contractor or wherever your interest is. So you can actually get some hands-on skills. And the thing about our program is it's very much a general landscape horticulture program. You will get to experience a wide range of classes and potential career trajectories. So we have arborist and tree care, landscape and grounds maintenance, irrigation technician, small business owner. We do have a landscape design class. We have a construction class. So you get to do a little bit of everything and really set you up for your career to get you out there to get paid what you love to do. A lot of our students do work in the public sphere as well as private small business owners.
Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate it. And next for Watch Technology, we have Jimmy Lin.
Hello, I'm Jimmy. I am the program coordinator as well as one of the faculty members for the Watch Tech program. Watch Technology is a program that trains students to become watchmakers, specializing in watch repair. We are just one of 6 programs left in the country, and we're the only school west of Texas. So we cover, a broad area here. So with Watch Technology, students can graduate with 2 awards through North Seattle College. We have a certificate that is 164 credits, and then we have an Associate of Applied Science degree that is 184 credits. The difference there is that the 20 credits for the associate's degree are general education courses. So it's 1 business communications course, 1 English composition course, 1 business accounting or math course, and 1 US or global studies course. Okay. Our classes are in person only. Students are here approximately 36 hours a week. And with that credit count, it's a 2-year program. So we have always a 1-year, our first year cohort, as well as a 2nd-year cohort going on in the classrooms. Okay, with this cohort system, we only accept students for a fall quarter, and then you have to wait until the next fall to join. Okay. Our maximum class size is 14 students, and supporting those students are, in addition to myself, 2 full-time instructors, as well as 3 instructional support staff members. Okay. For prerequisites in the program, we're just looking for a high school diploma or GED equivalent. That said, we do have a selective admissions process. Students must take an online mechanical comprehension exam, as well as do an all-day in-person bench test here in our classrooms before we can make a decision on the application. Okay. Moving on here. One of the things that separates our program from other watchmaking programs here in the States is that we focus on manufacturing in the first year. So students will learn how to use hand tools as well as small watchmakers lathes to make simple watch parts from scratch. They'll also be making tools that will assist in subsequent repairs on timepieces. Students will learn how to work on Swiss mechanical timepieces, learning how to adjust them and get them running within certain tolerances and specs that we're trying to hit. And when students graduate from our program, they'll be qualified to work in service centers as well as independent workshops and retail boutique level positions. The most common the most common position that our students will graduate into is the watchmaker role. Watch technicians are more entry-level positions and more specialized processes. There are refinishers, which are people that work on external components such as cases and bracelets. And then we have more specialized roles such as quality control technicians and estimators. Looking further down the road, students could, or graduates could eventually become technical trainers, which get to go out to multiple sites across the country and train up more junior watchmakers. We also have service development managers, which also get to travel around the country and make sure certain standards are being maintained. When it comes to employment opportunities, students can end up working for some major watch brands directly, or they can work for companies that represent the watch brands at the retail level. Okay, thank you.
Well, thank you, Jimmy, and thank you to all the staff and faculty who were here and presented. We so appreciate your time, and every time we do one of these, I learn so much as well. Students, I encourage you, before we jump into the breakout rooms, keep exploring. Remember, we have another event here tomorrow with 3 more areas of study, so please join us. The same place, same time, same Zoom link. We'd love to have you. In addition, and here's the schedule for that. In addition, just a quick check-in. If you're here tonight or you're watching the live stream and you have heard about a program that you want to know more about, I encourage you to go to this website. You can either use the link here. If somebody could drop it in the chat, that would be great, or use the QR code. And just let us know your first name, your last name, your email, and then which program you're interested in. We want to send you more information about that program and help you get in touch with them. So feel free to just take a few seconds to do that. Grab that with your phone, or if you're on a computer, use that link. and let us know which program piqued your interest tonight. We want to give you just a little bit more information to help you take the next step. Okay, folks, we are going to transition into our breakout rooms. So just here in a second.